Education systems at breaking point. There's only so much teachers can do with such little funding and resourcing in schools. And we're now at the point where most teachers, I don't know a single teacher not planning to leave the profession. And if something doesn't change now, I dread to think what our education system will look like in 10 years' time. We're all expected to do way more for much less money. We're working evenings and weekends. We're earning less than the minimum wage. We're spending our own money. We're doing more for less, and the system's at breaking point. So that's why I'm here.
Educators don't want to strike. We would rather be in the classroom with our children. We have been driven to be here because there's nothing else we can do. They're not negotiating with us, and that's why we are going to be striking today.
I'm not a babysitter. I didn't go to university to look after someone's child. I went to university to teach someone's child, and at the moment we cannot do that effectively given the resources that we've got at the moment. So as much as it is inconveniencing so many people, and I really do feel for them, we're also losing a day's pay today that none of us ironically can afford.
£14,000 has been pulled out of every single UK worker's pockets. Where is that money? Where is that money? But they tell us that we shouldn't be taking strike action. They're telling us that they want to change the already draconian laws that they have in place. They want to tell us about minimum service level agreements when their own risk assessment, when their own assessments of the railways tells them that it's a pointless exercise.
We're not allowed to take political action, apparently, or strike action. We're not allowed to call for a one-day general strike, but that's exactly what we do need, is a one-day general strike to show this lot that we're united and solid.
We're getting under-inflationary pay rises from the government, and our members can't afford to heat their houses and eat anymore. So we understand there's lots of teaching unions out on strike, trade unions out on strike, and we're going to go to a demonstration in town later on today where all the unions are coming together to demonstrate against that. You know, it's a democratic right to strike. We don't have that many rights left, and they're just chipping away at them. So we want this one preserved.
Over 100,000 PCS members across the country have been taking strike action. And we're really pleased that we've been joined by thousands of members from other unions, from the NEU, from the UCU and the train drivers and bus drivers. That's 500,000 workers out on strike today, and that is a huge achievement, and I'm really proud of that. And they've said that the same key workers who this government clapped for during the pandemic will now face the possibility of losing their jobs if they take lawful strike action. We cannot allow that to happen. That would undermine the trade union rights even further.
These same key workers haven't had a pay rise that's in line with inflation since 2010. But they have the audacity to tell us to shut up and sit down. That's what they want us to do. And they're attacking our right to strike. They're attacking our right to freedom, justice, equality. They're attacking our ability to stand up for what is right.
You know, as a woman in academia, I'm like, I can't retire till I'm 70 because pension won't be enough. And there's all these like gender pay gaps and racial pay gaps and things like that. And I think one of the big problems is it's so easy to put people on 0 hours contracts because people are keen, like, to teach students and do research. You know, it sounds really great, and it is great, like the people we work with. But then you're on a 0 hours contract, you can be totally disposed of, and you find like the job might take 3 times as long as you've been asked to do. You're paid to do, prepare an entire lecture at like the highest possible teaching level in an hour, and that's like a day's work. So, you know, we just want some recognition that what we do is valuable, I think. And like, you know, it's nothing without us. The trains are nothing without the people who make the trains run. The universities are nothing without the staff. You know, it's like, it ought to be like to reward us properly for doing a good job. And the money is there in the universities. A £3 billion surplus at the moment across all the UK universities. So, you know, they can afford to give people a pay rise.
The strike does make a difference, and it's terrible what they're doing there. You know, the Tories
sort of trying to stop us from striking, making it difficult. But we've got momentum. It's so great to see so many unions out there, and we're fighting for the same cause.
I was very proud this morning to stand on an NAU picket line with my daughter, who's an NAU rep, by the way. Her first picket line organised today. And also my son, who's on strike today, who's a train driver, an RMT train driver. There are 6.5 million trade unionists. That's with your families. We represent the largest section of society. They're frightened of the power that we possess. They don't want you to realise that actually you do produce everything. Without the kind permission of the working class, nothing moves, nothing happens, nothing gets produced. It's about time we started to realise after these strikes is why we hand it back to these people.
Shut